Woodland Park sits about an hour outside of Colorado Springs, tucked into the mountains of Teller County, Colorado. It's where this case begins, about 11 months earlier.
Kelsey Berreth was last seen on November 22nd. 3 days later, her mother called police.
Woodland Park police were looking for a 29-year-old woman, Kelsey Berreth, a flight instructor for DOS Aviation and a mother of a baby girl.
This is completely out of character. Kelsey loves her God, she loves her family and friends, and she loves her job. She's reliable, considerate, and honest.
Berreth's mother, Cheryl Berreth, was the one who reported her missing on December 2nd.
She doesn't run off, and someone knows where she's at. Kelsey, we just want you home. Call us if you can, and we won't quit looking.
Berreth was last seen on Thanksgiving Day in 2018, spotted on surveillance at a Safeway in Woodland Park. It was also the last day her mother talked to Kelsey on the phone.
What did you talk about that day?
Always just small things. And initially, she needed a recipe.
Based on that conversation, there was nothing to make you believe there was anything wrong.
Exactly. Yeah, her voice was fine. It was a normal day for her.
The last person to see Berreth in person was a man named Patrick Frazee. He and Berreth had a child together. Police and family called him Kelsey's fiancee. But they didn't live together, and Frazee told investigators he last saw Berreth on Thanksgiving Day when he picked up the baby.
Why did Patrick not report her missing?
That's a question we'll have to ask Patrick.
Is Patrick a suspect in this case right now?
At this point, he is the father of Kelsey's daughter, and we're going to leave it at that. So this is a missing persons case.
Days passed, vigils were held, and still no sign of Kelsey. Her phone pinged hundreds of miles away near Gooding, Idaho. Meanwhile, the baby was with Frazee. His lawyer said he was cooperating with police, but within days, police told a different story.
We are asking Patrick to sit down with investigators since he is the last person to talk with Kelsey face-to-face based on our investigation. There have been numerous questions about whether Patrick is a suspect or a person of interest. At this point, we are considering every possibility.
They even searched Frazee's 35-acre property in nearby Florissant, Colorado, dug big holes in the yard, and they searched Berreth's home in Woodland Park too. Still, no sign of Kelsey. Then, on December 21st,
Today we arrested Patrick Frazee on charges of first-degree murder of Kelsey Berreth, and he is currently being held in the Teller County Jail. As you can tell from the arrest, sadly, we do not believe Kelsey is still alive.
4 days before Christmas, Frazee was charged with murder and solicitation for first-degree murder. 2 months later, prosecutors revealed why they believe Berreth's phone pinged in Idaho after she disappeared.
I knew the victim's cell phone, the intent to impair phone's availability in the investigation.
Crystal Lee Kenny, a 32-year-old nurse from Twin Falls, Idaho, pleaded guilty to tampering with evidence in this case, a deal with prosecutors that would require her help in the case against Patrick Frazee.
She is required to cooperate in all cases. She is required to testify if called upon to testify in all cases.
And investigators say Kenny had a lot of information to share. Like, she was also dating Frazee and told police he wanted to get rid of Berreth, the mother of his child. Crystal told investigators Frazee tried to get her to kill Kelsey 3 times. The first time, by poisoning Kelsey's coffee. Crystal said she bought the drink, delivered the drink, but couldn't poison it. Then Crystal told investigators Frazee gave her a metal pipe to beat Kelsey to death. She didn't follow through on that one either. After a third failed attempt, Crystal said Frazee got mad and told her he would do it himself. She told investigators he called her on Thanksgiving Day and told her to come to Colorado, that she had a mess to clean up at Kelsey's house.
And as Crystal describes, when she walks into Kelsey's condo, the scene is horrific. There's blood everywhere. There are bloody footprints everywhere.
Crystal told investigators that Frazee beat Kelsey to death with a baseball bat in her own home, hid her body in a tote, stored it in a barn, then burned it, along with the bat and other items from Kelsey's home still covered in blood. Crystal said Frazee dumped the remains, and she took Kelsey's phone and keys and got rid of them both. Investigators said Crystal's claims were corroborated by evidence. But on May 24th, Patrick Frazee pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. And a key piece of evidence is still missing: Kelsey's remains. Police turned their attention to a landfill just south of Colorado Springs.
It's a slow, methodical search. We don't want to miss anything. I think we owe it to Kelsey and her family to be as thorough as we can and find every piece that we can.
After 50 days, the search ended. Still, no sign of Kelsey Berreth. Nearly a year has passed since she disappeared, from snow at Frazee's home near Christmas time to spring at the landfill search for Kelsey's body and summer hearings at the Teller County Courthouse. Nearly a year later, and now the case moves to trial.
That was Jennifer Meckles reporting.
And live reports begin tomorrow on 9 News. We'll also provide daily updates on 9news.com and the 9 News Facebook page.